Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are embarking on a really fun trip, one that we do often, but this time around we're going to go the long way around. So we're going to leave Chicago and we are going to head over to LA, but we're going to take the most northernmost route that we can take, which is going to take us into Canada this time around. So we're going to leave Chicago, head to New York. From New York, we're going to go on up to Toronto, and from Toronto, take the train all the way across Canada over to Vancouver, and then down to Seattle, and down to LA. So we are really excited about this trip. We have a lot of really fun stuff to explore as we move along. So guys, make sure you grab a beverage, probably a snack also, and join us on this incredible journey. This is us right here.
Breakfast time. Good morning, and I have ordered the 3-egg omelet, sausage, and potatoes, so let's see how those are. Omelet has cheese inside. Not too bad. Try the sausage. I really like the sausage. Very good. And potatoes. Potatoes are not bad either. I think the winner of this whole breakfast is the sausage. It's really good though. So I'm going to enjoy this. Lunch is not that far away either.
right, so we've got a little, you can see we're kind of sitting still here, a little situation in that we came across a train that was broken down and basically was blocking the tracks. So we decided, or whoever's in charge of this train decided, that we were going to attach this train that is broken down and take them with us. But they had to, move around tracks. As you know, that's not very easy to do on a train. So they had to move forward, get in front of it, and then back up to the track that it's on to attach it. So I think we're gonna get off here, but we were trying to see if we could get lunch, but because they have to turn the power off to attach the other train, they've been turning it on and off until they can get it all set. And then I think we're going to try to go down and get something for lunch once the power stays on. It's on right now, just came back on after being off for a little while. So if it stays on, then we'll go get some lunch, because they have to have power to cook lunch. So we're going to wait and see here a few more minutes. If the power stays on, we'll get some lunch. If it goes back off, then we'll just stay here and wait again until it comes back on. But so far we're just just waiting. We got the notification on text from Amtrak on the update of this delay, and then also we noticed that we're not getting the announcements here in our sleeper car for some reason. Normally you could hear them, but there might be some kind of problem with that too. Not really sure. So we're just gonna wait out here a couple more minutes and then probably try to go get something to eat for lunch. It's time for a room tour, and we are in a Viewliner roomette, and it is very different than a Superliner roomette. So I'm going to give you this tour here. Let's pop up here and take a look. So I'm going to flip this around and we'll start out. So you've got your doors here, and you've got your curtains that protect you. You've got your little flip lock here that you move over, open, close. And you have a big overhead light switch here, another curtain here. Now, one of the big differences is that in a Viewliner roomette, you have a sink and a commode, and they are right here in the room. You can see the commode right here, and then the sink is right here. This is pretty neat, guys. It just pops right out, and you've got your sink right here in the room. Now, when the person is upstairs, Rob in this case, then this light, when the sink is down, you'll see the light turns red. So that signifies to the person, if he just looks down, he can see that this light is red, and not to put his feet on if it's dark and he can't see that the sink is down. So it's really nice to be able to have basically the bathroom right here in your room, and you've got a mirror right here. Hey, now up above, you'll also see, let's see if I can get up here, there we go. There's a luggage rack up here. We've got one bag up here, and then the bed is up here. We'll give you a tour of this upstairs area in a little bit when the room is done up. Now, some things to look at here is we are on a Viewliner, which means we have a lot more space, especially headroom. If you look at how high up that goes, this bed here actually pops down. Watch this. Comes all the way down to here. So Rob is actually going to have all that space. And later on, when he's back in here, he's going to get that tape measure out of his, and he's going to measure that and show you just how high that is. The other nice thing is he's got these windows here, so when the bed is down, he'll actually be able to open or close these curtains, and he'll be able to have a view if he wants it, or not have a view if he doesn't want it, or if he wants to just go up there and hang out. Now this seat is very similar and same size as it would be like in a Superliner, but this one is actually a little bit narrower because part of the commode is taking up the space here. And then we've got, we love this, being able to control the speaker volume for the announcements being made. You can turn that all the way up or all the way down if you want to hear it. And then you've got several different types of lights. You get a little bit smaller light, a reading light, which is here in the corner. You get this higher light right here. You can make it little, and then you've got your overhead light, which you can use this mirror light. There's buttons for everyone to control, so the person above can control there and the person below can control here, which is really great. And you've got the same thing on this side, except you've got the actual speaker on this side, as opposed to being able to control it from this side. You would just be able to you know, just hear it from this side. And you've got the same light controls here as well. What I do like here also is that you've got a thermostat control, and not just do you have a thermostat control, but you also have the air control here as well. So if you are cold, you can turn it all the way off. You can have it on low, on medium, or we've got it right now on high because of course the sun is beating into the room and making it quite warm. You've got lots of different vents and another control down here. So this is for the person in the lower bunk, and you can turn the direction of this, of what it's facing. So if you want it to face you, and the same thing here, you can turn this if you want to face. The other great thing is if you've got something to hang up here, you've got this little kind of small closet rack. Three hangers. You could probably get more if you want to put up there. So this is great, a great setup for the room. We've also got our own little trash bin as well, and our own little toilet paper right there. Now later on we'll give you a tour of what it looks like once it's all done up. So this is actually going to get pressed down, and this is going to get pulled out. So this is actually going to be the whole bed, and the mattress is actually upstairs right now. But we'll show you a little bit more later, bring you back, and we'll show you what this looks like when it's all done up after we come back from dinner.
Okay, so I am in the bathroom of the coach car
on this Lakeshore Limited U-liner because unlike the Superliners, the sleeper cars do not have bathrooms in the car for the sleeper car passengers. You only have your bathroom in your room. So if you want to go to kind of a community bathroom, you need to go to the coach car and use that. So that can be good or bad depending on your circumstance, but this is it's a nice sized bathroom, but it's a little smaller than some of the other ones we've been on. So we just give you a little look around. And it is one of the sinks on these that I don't like, where as soon as you let go, it's just going to stop. The water's going to stop. So it's kind of hard to brush your teeth and such like that. So
now we're going to give you a quickie rest of the tour of what it looks like when you have your roomette all set up for sleeping. So I'm in the downstairs bunk. If you've watched the channel before, you know I sleep on the bottom and Rob usually sleeps on the top because he's pretty cool like that. So here's what it looks like. Well, right now we're just pulling out of Albany, but here's what it looks like, the bed. I'm sitting on this part here and the commode is next to me there, but I'll be sleeping with my head that way because, well, we don't want to have any mishaps with the commode in the night. So this is what it looks like here. I folded down both seats, and then there's a mattress and a sheet, and then I also get a blanket with it. So Rob is actually going to head up. You can go ahead and head up. He's going to climb up the stairs here, which the commode serves as one step, and then here's the second step, and then he's going to go up and he is going to give you a tour of his fabulous penthouse upstairs.
okay, this is pretty luxurious up here, I have to say. And compared to a Superliner, there is tons of room. So let me show you what I'm looking at up here. I am sitting up fully in this bed, which I can't believe, because in a Superliner you cannot sit up like this. It's just impossible. You have to lay down the whole time. The other great thing about this is I do have windows to the outside, so window to the world. And these steps are actually a lot easier to come up and down than also the Superliner, which are a lot more narrow. A couple good things about this space up here I've noticed is you do have this luggage rack, which I've got my headphones sitting in there. I'm going to use those later. I have this little pouch right here with a lot of snacks in it. I'm going to put my phone, oh, there's nerds in there. I'm going to put my phone in there a little bit later. And then I do have my own air control here, which I love because we like to sleep at different temperatures. All right, so a bit of an interesting situation here. We are on the Lake Shore Limited. It's 6:15 at night. Now we had lunch at about 12:30, and so we're starting to get a little bit hungry. This train is supposed to get in around 6:40 or something like that, and we're running late because it was quite a delay in Albany. We are now expected to get in right about 8 o'clock at night. And so I went down to check to see if there was a cafe car. Was told there is no cafe car. And then so I asked what we could do for dinner, and we were told if you ate lunch, they're not serving dinner. Which was kind of shocking, because pretty much for the most part, Amtrak will take care of you if they're late and they are, you know, and there's not enough food and you need to have an extra meal. They do have extra meals on board. So I don't know what's going on with that, if it's just that the staff doesn't want to serve the food or if they don't have any food. But regardless, everybody on board ate lunch around 12 to 12:30. We're getting in at 8 and there's been no food sent. So I think there's some unhappy people. I think in about an hour or so I'm probably going to be amongst them. We'll eat something when we get to the station, likely, but it's kind of a little disheartening that they send you out here for 8 hours with no food, not even any possibility of getting food. So that has been a little disappointing on this trip.
Vortex 27,311. VQC 600.
All right, I'm at the famous art installation, The Vessel, behind me. We're gonna head over there and explore all around. You can't go up into it anymore, but we've done that before in the past when it was open, and that was really cool. But we'll take you all around to take a peek at it, and then we're gonna head over to the High Line, which is really cool. And then I think we're gonna hop on the subway and go do some fun stuff. And from there, we'll see what else we run into here in the city. We are big Seinfeld fans, so there's a very good chance we're gonna do some Seinfeld stuff while we're here.
The next stop is Times Square, 42nd Street.
All right, one of the things we've been wanting to do for a while is to do the tour at NBC Studio. So we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna go into this entrance right here. Bought our tickets online. We're not allowed to take pictures or video from what I understand. If they do allow it, then I'll do it, but I don't think they do from everything that I've read. have business class seats, which does not give you access to the lounge, but we do have executive select status, so we were able to access the lounge that way. If you've seen our other videos from this station, you already know that this is one of our favorite Amtrak lounges. The staff here is awesome. The food and drink selection gets better and better each time we visit. We enjoyed our breakfast sandwiches and drinks before our ride. Now, after we've had a chance to relax before our trip, we are told to head down to the platform to board the train. Those coming from the Metropolitan Lounge get priority to board first. We used a companion coupon, and we did pay $241 total for the ride from New York City all the way to Toronto, Canada. We board the train at 7:15 a.m. and we should arrive at about 7:43 p.m. Business class shares a car with the cafe in the back of the train. The Maple Leaf does not have seating assignments. It is open seating. There is plenty of room to store large luggage behind the last row of seats, and you will also find more room to store smaller bags and backpacks in the overhead storage area. The seats are very comfortable with lots of amenities, being able to lay all the way back and also to be able to put your legs up as well in a couple different ways. And there are also outlets available for both seats on the shared seats side, and of course also outlets on the individual side as well. All right, so we ran up here into the station in Albany real quick to use the restroom, and this is actually a really nice station, but I wanted to take a quick moment also to remind you that if you are headed into Canada from the US on the train, you gotta make sure that you have printed tickets. You need those when you get to the border at the passport check. Just make sure that you have them printed and you have tags for all of your bags with the stickers on your tickets, and you will be good to go. There are lots of reminders, but just in case, make sure that you have your printed tickets and all of your bags are tagged, even if you're keeping them with you.
it just cost me now. I could have just, here's your car, give me my car, here's the keys. It cost me now. So I couldn't feel with me. But other than that, she helped me a lot when I needed something. Other than
Ladies and gentlemen, next station will be Niagara Falls, Canada. Niagara Falls, Canada, please, once we arrive, stay seated. The border agents will get on board and escort everybody off for customs. Once again, once we get there, please stay seated. Niagara Falls, Canada, coming up just a few minutes.
All right, so we arrived here in Niagara Falls, Canada, and we went through customs inside. We're waiting for them to clear the train, and then we're gonna go back onto the train with all of our things, and we'll be ready to head on up to Toronto.
All right, that was pretty easy, and the whole thing took about 15 minutes. They came and got us, took us off the train, cleared customs, and now we're good to go.
Okay, so decided we wanted a little something to eat, and we noticed that the menu is a little bit different here on the Canadian side. So we've got a couple of sandwiches here. Turkey sandwich here and a breakfast sandwich here. And then we got a little baggie of chips. And also note that the beverages are not included in business class on the Canadian side.
Alright, we got in last night late here in Toronto, but we are staying at the DoubleTree just here over my shoulder. It is a downtown area, so now we're gonna go explore and see the Eaton Center, the CN Tower, and see what else the city has to offer. at the Hockey Hall of Fame here in Toronto, Canada, and I visited this as a young boy, and now, quite a few years later, I'm back. I'm bringing Allie, show her all the Red Wings that are in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
All right, guys, we are here in Toronto getting ready to head on an epic journey across Canada from Toronto all the way over to Vancouver, Toronto Union Station behind me. And as you can see, it is snowing. We are all bundled up and we are expecting lots more snow as we go across the country. We do get access to the business lounge. So we came in here, we checked our bags, and we've made our reservations for lunch and dinner for day one of this journey right now. I'm gonna go grab some coffee and try to warm up from that very cold walk over.
Good morning, bonjour, how are you?
Good morning.
What's your car number today, miss?
110.
110, lovely,
And
right here
he's
with Janet.
me, that guy right
Okay,
there. I
I'll
have his
take him.
ticket, just so
Sounds
you know.
good, all right.
Thank you.
To confirm, this is a D1 pickup in Winnipeg, and the Sudbury is actually in the hall.
All right, so this is the lower level of the dome car, family style seating here. Very comfortable seats down here as well with the table space in front of you. All right, so if you're looking for some place to relax outside of the room, we are here in the upper level of the dome car, and we're gonna be relaxing here in these nice soft chairs and enjoying the beautiful views. right, so now we are in the lower level of the park car, hanging out down here. It's kind of like a living room. It's so nice and so comfortable. They have reading lights and cup holders, and really just a comfortable place to hang out. Let me show you around.
Got snacks, water, snacks in the park car, and also some games right here you can play. Like the Rubik's Cube. Let's see if I can solve it.
All right, we are on board Via Rail on the Canadian, and we are trying out the upper lower berth. We're going to give you guys a tour right now. You'll find the upper and lower berth at the end of each sleeper car. They're only located at the end of the car, and there are 3 upper lower berth areas in this part of each sleeper car. Now, we were in upper lower berth number 3, so it's the one that's on the end on its own, and you can see you have access to the fan and your light switches, the hooks. Of course, you both have access to the window during the daytime. The benches face each other, so you would be facing your partner that's in the upper bunk, or if you're in the lower, you're facing your partner. And you each have your attendant button during the daytime as well. Those are exposed, and you've both got views right out the window. So this is what it looks like from afar. So when it's stored, the upper berth is flipped all the way up, so you don't see any curtains or anything like that. And this is basically the space here. You can see there's not a ton of space for storage. You can basically only store things underneath the seats during the day and a little bit during the night. So let's take a look at what it looks like during the night. This is the curtain, and this is the only thing between you and the hallway. So you've got those snaps. You can snap your curtain together for full privacy, and it's a nice thick curtain so people can't see through it. And this is the back here of the seat. This little pocket is great for storing your phone, glasses, things like that. But the top part of the seat is flipped up, and you can use it as a bench for storing your bags. And I used the little hook to keep it from flipping off while it was, as the train car was moving while we were traveling. I didn't want that bag to fall on me while I was asleep, so I put it on the top part of the bench area here. Now, the downstairs, you have access to the window in the lower berth, and you have a nice shade that you can pull down. One thing I didn't like about it is that the shade wasn't really thick, so it wasn't super darkening. It is obviously dark at night, but as soon as it gets light outside, you can start to see that fairly quickly. So you see these attendant buttons. Again, you can see these. You have access to them during the day and at night as well. And then this is what the seat looks like. During the day, it's flipped down, and on the other side, you saw it was flipped up to use as a storage area at night for your things that you can't fit underneath the seat. Again, you don't have a ton of space down there when the beds are made up, so just keep that in mind with how much stuff you bring. And again, the fan you have access to, which is really nice to have this for a little bit of air circulation, because you just have this little cubby area when you're in the upper or lower berth. So it's nice to be able to access the fan and have a little bit of airflow. It's a nice wide area. It's probably about the size of a twin size bed, a typical twin size bed. And that's kind of what the armrest looks like there. So let's take a look at the upstairs where Rob is. He's got this nice net area. You know, he likes to have his snacks up there. He's got his water, his phone, headphones, all that good stuff stored up in that netting. It's really nice and thick. And you can see all of the mechanical elements that go there. He's got a fan up there as well, which is really nice because, as you'll note, he does not have a window up here. This is what the curtains look like in the upstairs. Essentially, it's the same as down below. It's just fastens at the top and the bottom. There's a fan on both sides, and he also has a nice pocket there if he has more stuff to store. So there's a ton of storage space in the upper bunk as well as the lower. There's lots of places to put things. They gave us a nice little chocolate when we got on, which we may or may not have consumed right away. And then you've got all of your towels, and you've got a washcloth and a hand towel, and then you have these regular bath towels, which are really hard to get out of the bag with one hand, and Rob's doing a pretty good job here getting that out. But you've got a bag of those. If you should need more, then you can probably ask your attendant. You get a little bar of soap that you can reuse if you like, but you do get 2 bath towels per person, so that's actually quite a lot, I think, for the long ride if you're going to be on for all the days all the way across. Rob's going to show you here now the headroom. So he's sitting up. Look at how much space there is still with him sitting straight up. Quite a bit of space up there as well. As you can see in the middle, there's a little bit less just because that bar is there, but the rest of it, he's got a couple inches of extra space. It's nice and long too. So you've got a nice length there. It doesn't feel like you're kind of stuck. There's lots of room to move and lots of room to store things. You can turn that light on and off on both sides of the upper berth as well. And then you've got your ladder right outside the door there. And like I said, we're in number 3, so we're right across from the wall. We're not across from another person. 1 and 2 face each other, and they are across from other people. So there's 2 ladders, 1 on each side. On the number 3 where we are, there's only 1 ladder. And the curtains, they are a little bit hard to slide open and shut. You kind of have to forcefully do it, but I do love that they are nice and thick, and they do have these snaps, so if people walk by and just kind of you know, graze them or whatever, they won't come open if you have them sealed shut. So let's take a look at the bathroom situation. So there is a men's bathroom and a women's bathroom, and they are actually quite different. So let's take a look at the ladies' bathroom first. Don't forget to lock the door always. There is an attendant button in here. It is not marked as attendant button, but I'm pretty sure that that's what that button was. I didn't want to hit it to find out. We got 2 hooks here to hang anything, toiletry bag or anything like that while you're in there getting all set up. It's a real nice space where the commode is. It does have this frosted window in there, but it does have that little area that's not frosted, which is kind of odd. Nice spacious sink. And you just press and it comes on and stays on for a short time, and then you just have to press it again. There's me high. And then look at this. There's a little vanity area. You've got a seat in here and a little counter area to set some things, and a nice big mirror to get ready in. So there's a ton of space in here. It's really nice. And the paper towels took me a minute to find because they were above my head. Usually I don't have to look up for paper towels, but they are in here. So just kind of keep that in mind. So let's go over to the men's bathroom. Rob took the camera in there so we can take a peek. Now notice it's quite different. It's actually quite a bit smaller than the ladies' bathroom. You've got the attendant button in there, and then see, that's all the space. It's just the commode and the sink in this one. You do have the little shelf and the hooks in here too, but there's not a ton of space, not as big as the ladies. All right, so last thing to take a peek here is the shower. Of course, be sure to lock that door. You've got a couple of hooks in here to hang things, either clothes or a toiletry bag. You've got a little bench area where you can sit, which you might want to do because if you shower when the train is moving, and some place to set other things as well, your towel and other things. The shower is pretty decent. The temperature was really good. The flow was not bad at all. It does come out in one stream instead of more of the shower spray that you're used to, but there are also bars inside to hang on to while you're showering. Again, you're going to be pretty moving around quite a bit in the train if the train is moving. There's another trash bin on the other side and also another bar to hang on to, as well as another hook and a mirror so that you can see and make sure you're dressed correctly before you head back out. So it's pretty basic. It's probably about the same size as a shower on Amtrak if you've done that before. So this is what our seats look like during the day. 2 seats like this facing each other. We can actually, there's enough room for both of us to sit on each side. So that's really nice. And we still have access to the fans and the attendant button, the hook and the light on each side. And look at this gorgeous view. We are at our first fresh air break here in Capriol, and it is quite chilly out. I think it degrees in the 20s Fahrenheit, so not gonna be out here too long. We're gonna walk around a little bit, stretch my legs, and then we're gonna head to dinner, so I'm looking forward to that. But as you can see, there's still a little bit of sunset behind me. You can't see me very well, but you can see the sunset back there. So we're gonna walk around a little bit here and stretch our legs.
We're cool with that, thanks enough.
All right, we have stopped here at Sioux Lookout. It's only our second fresh air break. First one of the day, so we're walking around here, stretching our legs a little bit, getting a fresh air. We only have about 15 minutes here, so it's not too bad. I thought it was going to be colder, so as you can see, I'm extremely bundled up, but it's not that bad here. So we got off here in Winnipeg and we have a longer stop here because the crew changes over. So we have a nice long chunk of time. We have about 2 hours, but if you want to get back on the train before the time is up, then you have to do that within the first hour. Otherwise, you have to wait until they do it at 9 o'clock. But we're enjoying our time here. Take a look at downtown Winnipeg. Okay, we just finished our lunch and we made it to Saskatoon, so we thought we better get some steps in before we get to Edmonton. So we're out here walking on the platform. We got a short-ish stop. What do you think, Rob?
That's good. I like it.
But it is a bit nippy.
I think the steps count double if it's
I think
under
so.
10 degrees.
I think so too.
All right, we made it to Edmonton. It is a little after 9 o'clock. Got in a little bit late, but we do have a 3-hour stop here. So we got off the train. We're gonna walk around. It's not snowing. It was snowing on the way in, and see what the station looks like. And then we get back on. We leave here at midnight. So just a few hours to look around now. Jasper is beautiful though. You can see the mountain now, and we're gonna look at that as we walk back to the train.
All right, so this is the exciting part. We are getting ready to head into the Canadian Rockies. Actually, we're sitting in them, if you can see around me. The sun is coming up, and I'm not gonna lie, I am really excited about what we are going to see today.
Good morning, everyone. May I have your attention, please? On behalf of your service manager, Len Marcoux and Via Rail Canada, it is our pleasure to welcome you aboard train number 1, the legendary Canadian en route to Vancouver, British Columbia. While traveling on the Canadian, our crew is responsible for your safety and well-being. Unsafe or disrespectful behavior towards passengers or crew will not be tolerated. As we depart, we would like to draw your attention to our onboard safety instructions and policies. For passengers traveling in our economy class, we ask that you please take a few minutes to familiarize yourself with the safety pamphlet located in the seat pocket in front of you. Please make note of the emergency exits located in your car. For passengers traveling in our sleeper cars, your attendant will be there to explain the safety features of your car, and in the event of a train evacuation, the onboard crew will facilitate this process. Standing in the vestibule is not permitted. For your safety, you must wear shoes when walking on the train, and all carry-on bags must be stored in the designated area. Please be advised that smoking tobacco, e-cigarettes, and cannabis is strictly prohibited on board the train and on station platforms. another scenic point of interest on the left-hand side. We have the famous Moose Lake on the left-hand side. The length of the lake is 14 kilometers. The width is 4.4 kilometers. Has an average depth of 18 feet and a maximum depth of approximately 65 feet. Moose Lake is also a recreational lake. People fish on this lake. Walleye, perch, pickerel, typical fish, whitefish, typical fish that you would see in a Canadian lake. This is a cold lake. Lots of water comes down the mountain and deposits into the lake. We have Rainbow Falls and Thunder Falls that provide a lot of water volume into the lake during the summertime, during the spring runoff. And at the far end of the lake, that forms part of the beginning of the Fraser River. Via the North Thompson River, via the Thompson River, and via the Fraser River, it all empties out into the Pacific Ocean. So again, on the left-hand side, we have the famous Moose Lake, 14 kilometers long, just over 4 kilometers wide. Moose Lake on the left-hand side. Thank you.
So we've been getting lots of different choices to eat, and I've really been impressed with the variety of types of meals that we've been offered. This chicken pot pie is absolutely delicious. We've been served hamburgers and different types of pasta and prime rib, but this pot pie for brunch today is very good.
Have a drink, yeah.
Life is good.
Farm leads to the Thompson River, which runs into the Fraser River and then drains down all the way down to Vancouver and into the Pacific Ocean. Right now, Pyramid Falls is coming up on the left-hand side. Enjoy the view. Thank you.
All right, so we are stopped here in Kamloops. We got in a little bit early tonight and we were at dinner, so we finished up our dinner and we still had enough time to come out here on the platform and check it out, get some steps in. It's actually not that cold anymore, which is really nice. It's hard to believe this, but I'm saying it's only about 29 degrees Fahrenheit, they said. So that's actually not bad at all compared to the temperatures we've had along the way. So I'm gonna get a couple steps in here and hop back on the train. All right, guys, we made it to Vancouver. It is early, and we are going to try to check into our hotel in a little bit and then try to explore the city. All right, so we came over to the hotel to try to check in. It's 8 a.m. by the time we were off the train, so we thought we'd come over here, sit in the lobby, hang out for a little while till they let us check in. But we do have gold status with Hilton. We are at the Hilton Vancouver downtown, and they did let us check in early, so they gave us a room. I'm going to give you a quick tour here. We did pay $161, including taxes and such, for this room, but it's a really nice room. Let me give you a quick tour here. So this is the bathroom, which is really nice and big, a nice big sink with plenty of space to set our toiletry bags, the commode, and of course this tub is really quite nice. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a bath in there because that looks like a nice tub, perfect for a bath. Now, the bathroom is on this end, which is kind of interesting, and the bedroom is all the way down here. So we'll take a look at that in just a second, but here's the rest of the room here, kind of the living area. This is kind of a little closet mudroom getting dressed area. Never seen an area quite like that before in a hotel room, because this is actually like a soft bench that you can sit on, and then of course put your boots, dirty shoes and such right there, I guess, so you don't get the room all dirty. It does have a refrigerator, which is quite nice. It's a pretty good size one for a hotel refrigerator. It also has a microwave, ice bucket, and the kettle, which I love. And then it also has an espresso machine, Nespresso. If you're into Nespresso, they have that. And nice couch here with somewhere to put your feet. And a lovely desk. That's a really nice big desk to sit and download videos from our trip so far. And then this nice area here with a TV, and there's a closet in here. It's a small closet. And there's a matching small closet in the bedroom as well. And then this is the room here. So it's kind of a odd configuration to have the bedroom on one end and the bathroom all the way over there and around the corner. But this is a nice room. It's a good price for downtown Vancouver. It was only a mile from it's only about a mile from the train station. We were gonna walk, but of course it's raining. And the driver on the way over said the nickname we have for Vancouver is Raincouver. We said it must be kind of like Seattle. So we're gonna go out and explore anyways. It looks really good. All the people we've met so far have been really lovely. So we're excited to see what else there is here in the city.
Time for lunch here in Vancouver, and it has been raining for days and days and days, torrential rains, so we decided to kind of stay in. We went to walk around the neighborhood. There's a lot of great Asian restaurants, and we decided to try a new little place called Jasper, and they've got Japanese style hot dogs and fries. So Allie's got here a Wagyu seaweed dog, and I have a Wagyu cheese and bacon dog, and we have some type of chimichurri fries, and I don't know how you say that.
It's called something else.
It's called something else, but yeah, I'm gonna try those out.
Those are supposed to be
spicy. I'm gonna take one and try it. They're a little spicy, not that bad.
Well, your face hasn't turned red. That's a good sign.
Well, let's try this Wagyu cheese hot dog, though. Oh, that was good. Look at all that cheese, bacon. That's a really good dog. Your seaweed dog is going to be good, I think, too.
You're not going to try the seaweed dog?
No, I'm not going to try it.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are here at Pacific Station and we are waiting for the Amtrak Cascades train. Looking forward to riding from Vancouver all the way over across the border and into Seattle.
We use points to get these tickets, and we spent 7,455 points for 2 business class tickets. So we'll be riding in business class, excited about that. And it's a little different. We just crossed the border a few weeks ago into Canada, and on that train we had to get out at the border and go through customs. On this train going from Vancouver to Seattle, we will go through customs here at the station in Vancouver, and we shouldn't have to get off at the border. The train will just keep going, and it's all Amtrak the whole way. So that'll be exciting. I think we're going to try to eat on board and see what kind of food they have.
So we are going to be keeping our bags with us because there is storage space in the baggage car for our bags. That way it'll be easier and quicker when we get to Seattle, to King Street Station. We just grab our bags and hop right off of the train and head over to our hotel. Also, note that when you come to Pacific Station, you do not have access to the lounge here. It is just for Via Rail passengers. Actually, it's really just for the passengers riding the Canadian. So just keep that in mind. There are a couple of coffee shops or one coffee shop and a little gift shop there behind me, but there are a few things within walking distance here all around the station, so you can always grab something there to eat. We ran across the street to Subway and grabbed a sandwich and then came back here and ate it and enjoyed it. And now we're just gonna wait for them to call us for boarding. It'll be around 4 o'clock. And then we'll get through customs and we'll board and we'll get ready to enjoy maybe a tiny bit of scenery because it's going to be dark most of the way there. All right, so far we're the only people in the business car right now, and we've picked out the back seats. Those are our favorites in the business car because you can still recline and there's no one behind you. So this is a good spot to be, but there's also the single seats on the other side if you're traveling on your own. Rob's trying that out.
I might sit over here. Get my own window.
So we'll see if he stays over there the whole ride.
So we noticed that the seats were going to be facing away from the direction of travel, and as you may know, Allie gets motion sickness if she's riding with that, but the entire car was facing the wrong direction. So the conductor came by and noticed that we wanted to have them switched, and he actually flipped two of the seats on for us, which we didn't even know you could do, and so we'll show you what that looks like now. So yeah, now we're going to be riding in the direction of travel, but the rest of the seats in the entire car are facing backwards. I decided to get the cheeseburger, Amtrak Cafe cheeseburger, and they gave us coupons for $3 off any order. So this was normally $7.25. Got it for $4.25. That's pretty good. And I haven't had one of these in a while, so hopefully it's still as good as it used to be. It is hot. It is really good for a microwave cheeseburger.
Okay, little known fact about me is that I love mac and cheese, but I rarely eat it. But I love the Amtrak white cheddar mac and cheese, so I'm splurging on that today. I got that with my $3 off coupon. Also note that in business class on the Cascades, your beverages are not included in your fare. Alright, this is hot. I miss that.
Folks, if anybody try to connect Wi-Fi, that shall be successful, as we will not get Wi-Fi until we cross over to U.S. territory. Again, if anybody tries to connect Wi-Fi this time, we will not have Wi-Fi until we cross to U.S. territory. That should be approximately just under an hour now. However, at the border, we'll stop at the border. We will have customs agents that will board the train. They will be coming to collect those declaration cards from everyone. You may want to keep your passports as close to those declaration cards as they have that ready for collection. Just prior to getting into the border, prior to arriving there, be sure as well as register will convert as well. Now we'll make that reminder now. Again, about 10 minutes out from arriving to the border.
Alrighty folks, we're rolling. That means that inspection is now concluded. Welcome to the U.S. Wi-Fi should be up and running. Be sure it's back open for service, in addition to restrooms. Thanks for everyone for being ready for that inspection.
Closer.
folks, we're not that busy, but we're just a little busy. If you were on already and you have stuff on the seat next to you, please move it, folks. So these folks can have a nice place to rest their legs. Please. Thank you. Please. Pretty please.
All right, guys, we just got in on the train and King Street Station is right there. And we are right here, right across the street at the Embassy Suites. So we're gonna go in and get checked in, settle in, and get ready to explore the city. All right, guys, so this is a double queen suite and we have an incredible view, which I will show you at the very end. So make sure to hang out. So you start with a little kitchenette here. As you can see, we have a little fridge, which is really nice. Keep some beverages cool there. Tiny little sink, and of course, hello, Seattle coffee. And then we've got some little microwave here, and then nice desk with several chairs. You can actually have a meeting here. Look at this. And then we've got a little speaker here, an Amazon speaker, and we've got some USB ports there. This closet actually goes through into the bedroom, I believe. I'll show you on the other side. So that's really nice. So this couch is actually a pull-out, as you can see right here. And you've got this huge TV, which is great. Nice, comfortable area to sit and enjoy the city. Again, we'll take a look at that in just a minute. Right now, let's run right in here to the bathroom and take a look. This is a really spacious bathroom. In here, we've got nice amenities, nice toiletries. And this is really nice and clean, and as you saw when we came in, they are doing a lot of extra cleaning. So we're gonna go into the bedroom here, and as I mentioned earlier, you can see that this closet actually goes through, like I said, to the living room. Got a nice big TV here, and then here's the two beds. So we got in a little bit later on in the day. And so we didn't get a king, but we did get the two double queen suite, which is great. Got plenty of lights in here. And again, you've got your USB charging port right there, so you can charge all your good stuff at night, and a nice city view here. I won't show you just yet. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. So coming out to the living room, let's go ahead and take a look at that view. Let me pull this curtain shut, and I want to just leave you with the beautiful view of Seattle in the evening. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, this is the Embassy Suites, and we're literally right across the street on King Street from the Amtrak station. Okay, so we are off here in Salinas for a fresh air break, stretching our legs out right here on the platform for just a few minutes, and we'll be hopping back on and we're gonna be having some lunch, and then we're gonna give you guys a little tour of our room. Okay, it is lunchtime. We're just pulling out of Salinas, California, and I thought what better thing than to have a nice hamburger. So I'm gonna eat my burger. Got all the veggies here, got cheese, and this coleslaw for Amtrak is probably one of my favorites. It's got a nice sweet taste to it, and then you also get Terra chips with it as well. Those are really good too. And you know, I've had the burger several times on Amtrak and I've never gotten onions, and I absolutely love red onions, so I'm excited about having the lettuce, tomato, and onion on there. And then they give you little packets. Got some mayonnaise and some ketchup, and there's also some mustard. And Rob is actually got the same exact thing. He's got a burger as well with the chips and the onions and all the veggies, and his coleslaw too. So we're gonna prepare these and eat these. We decided we'd drink some water, got some cold water also from the dining car. So we're gonna do that, enjoy the views, and continue on this incredible journey on the Coast Starlight. So we are in the observation car, and as you can see, the windows going past me here, but we're about to go right by the ocean, so I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so we're on the Coast Starlight. I mentioned earlier I would give you a room tour. I know you've been patient, so here is the room tour. We are in a roomette, which is meant for 2 people, and during the daytime you've got your seats set up here. So here's one seat, okay, and then on this side you will also find the steps. This is step 1, step 2 to go up to the top bunk, which we'll talk about in just a minute. So that's that. Now at this seat you also have, here's your control area. This is to turn the reading light on and off. This is to call the attendant. You hold it, and then here is your ceiling lights, so turn the ones overhead or tap to turn the night light off, or here for just off all the way around. Okay, then we've got our little table here. It folds up and has 2 flaps that open up, so it gives you plenty of space here. If you saw us eating breakfast or lunch earlier, you would have seen the table out and us eating there. And then directly across from this seat, we've got this guy right here. And at this seat, there's nothing here on the side, but there is a closet right here next to it. It's a small closet, but you've got some towels here. They give you a washcloths and hand towels, and the big towels are down in the shower itself. And then you get a couple of hangers. You can see them moving there, where you can use to hang coats or whatever you need. And if you can fit anything else in here, it's pretty narrow. As you can see, it's about that wide, so not much, just a few inches, but it gives you enough space to put something. Also, there is a hook here for jackets or towel or whatever you can hang there, and then there's another one right here. Now the air control is here up above, and then there's a little button here where you can control it for open and close, and that will help with the airflow. Now the person upstairs might be cold. Now in our case, Rob is never cold, so he's happy to have this open all the time, because if you close this, it gets fairly warm down below. And then the person upstairs, Rob, also has an extra light right here that he can use as a night light when he's up there. You also have a mirror here that you can use to get ready. And during the day we keep this bag here, but at night we set it on the floor, because that way it doesn't get in the way of the steps for Rob. And then at night you're gonna pull this lever right here, and you've got your bed up above. And now the mattress for downstairs is stored right here. This guy, he goes downstairs, and the mattress for up here is right there. It's kind of built in. So this top bunk is actually a little bit smaller than the one down below, but here's kind of everything here. And then back here, you've got this netting. And in there, you can store lots of different things. Rob likes to store various things up there, but that's what we've got there. One last thing to show you here is there is another reading light on this side, and you can turn it however you like. And then here is a temperature control. Now this temperature control is not, you know, like gonna make it the Arctic or like a furnace in here. It's a mild you know, turn for you, a mild difference for you, but it does give you a little bit of control if you want to make it a little bit cooler or a little bit warmer. And then there is one outlet in here, which is right there, and we usually carry an adapter with us that has 4 USBs on it. I'll put a link to it down in the description, but we use that to plug in all of our electronics. So we're just here in California, and I'll leave you with that. Rob's going to show you guys the bathroom, the showers.
Alright, once you get in the bathroom, all you have to do is slide that little handle and the light will light up. That lets you know you're locked in. And this is a Superliner 1, I believe, and it has the nicer bathrooms than the Superliner 2. So if you're in a Superliner 2, see if there's a Superliner 1 you can walk through. The toilets are angled, so there's a lot more space. On the other ones, they're just kind of straight, and you run out of space real quick on those. The other thing is, these faucets are much taller, a lot more room, and the water stays on when you hit it, which is really good. So this is probably, I'd say, one of the better Amtrak bathrooms. You do have 3 of them, like I said, down here, 1 upstairs. There's not many people down here, so these are almost always empty. And then the shower is right across the hall. Let's go check that out. Same deal in here. You're just gonna slide that lock, light comes on, and you do have a place for dirty towels, so no one has showered today. Have all these towels that you can put there, and kind of a seat to sit on, and a pretty big shower, actually. You've got a 2-step process here. So what they're telling you to do is to set the temperature here with number 1, and then hit the button there, push it for number 2. You do that, the water's gonna come out right there. So I'm gonna hop out before I accidentally do that, because I don't want to take a shower right now. And that's a shower in Amtrak. A lot of people ask if you have to wait, or you have to pay, or if there's a time limit. Showers are free, there is no time limit. And quite honestly, in all the Amtrak rides I've ever taken, I've never seen anyone take a shower. I have taken them though, but I've never seen anyone else getting in or getting out of it. So if you come down here and you want to take a shower, it'll almost assuredly be empty.
Okay, so we're getting some beautiful views here. You can eat in the dining room, but today, because we're in a room where you're getting these views that you can see out the window, we thought, let's not risk it. Since we can see it from our room, we might as well enjoy our dinner and enjoy these gorgeous views out the window. So I picked the salmon, the Atlantic salmon. Look at how nice and crisp that looks, with a nice salad here, quinoa salad and ancient grains. We've got some green beans and some carrots. And this sauce is, I've had this one before and it's just really good. That sauce is real good. And then they also gave us a roll today. They don't always give you a roll, but we got a roll as well. So let me take a bite of this salmon, which I already know is good, but let's do it anyways and just make sure that it's still good. You're not gonna beat that. Eating a delicious meal and enjoying these gorgeous views. All right, we're catching another fresh air break, which we need. It's really quite lovely out here. We are in Santa Barbara, and we've seen some good views. We got some even better views coming up. The best views, guys, are between Santa Barbara and Oxnard. So make sure you do at least that portion of this trip, and you will get the very best views that the Coast Starlight has to offer. So you're on these trains for a long time. When you get these fresh air breaks, take them. Move your legs, stretch out a little bit so you don't retain a bunch of water sitting around eating a bunch of stuff. I did see one guy brought his jump rope. He was out here doing a jump rope. We like to walk quickly up and down the platform. And I've also seen people jogging up and down the platform. So there's lots of different things that you can do to get moving when you get out here. There's Rob. He's jogging past me.
We made it to Burbank on the Coast Starlight. What an incredible ride.